One agency, no rules, no borders, and a kill list that spans 6 decades. This is Mossad. Every major intelligence agency in the world has a reputation. The CIA has resources, MI6 has tradition, the KGB had fear. But Mossad has results. They've assassinated nuclear scientists in foreign capitals, abducted war criminals from South America, planted bombs in enemy phones, and pulled off operations so audacious that intelligence experts still debate how they were even possible. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the Mossad, who they are, how they operate, and the missions that cemented their legend. Chapter 1, Origins. To understand Mossad, you have to understand the world Israel was born into. When the State of Israel was declared in 1948, it was immediately attacked by 5 neighboring Arab armies, a country of fewer than 1 million people, surrounded by enemies who publicly called for its destruction. Survival wasn't just a goal, it was the only goal. In 1949, Israel's first prime minister, Ben-Gurion, established what would become the Institute for Intelligence and Special Operations. In Hebrew, HaMossad le'Mudin u'le'Tafkidim Meyuchadim, the Institute, Mossad. Its founding mission, collect intelligence, conduct covert operations, and protect Jewish people around the world, wherever they were threatened. From the beginning, Mossad operated differently from other agencies. It had fewer resources, a smaller staff, and no global military infrastructure to rely on. What it did have was a culture of creativity, ruthlessness, and what insiders call chutzpah, the audacity to attempt the impossible. And attempt it they did.
Chapter 2, the Eichmann Operation. In 1960, Mossad pulled off what many consider the greatest intelligence operation in history, one that didn't involve a single shot fired. Adolf Eichmann was the architect of the Holocaust, one of the primary organizers of the Nazi program that murdered 6 million Jews. After World War II, he disappeared, and for 15 years, he lived quietly in Buenos Aires, Argentina, under a fake name. Mossad tracked him down. A team of agents, operating in a foreign country with no legal authority whatsoever, surveilled Eichmann for weeks, confirmed his identity, then kidnapped him off the street on May 11, 1960. They sedated him, dressed him in an El Al flight attendant uniform, and flew him to Israel, hiding him in plain sight at 30,000 feet. Eichmann was tried in Jerusalem, convicted of crimes against humanity, and executed in 1962. He remains the only person ever executed by the State of Israel. The operation sent a message that echoed around the world. We will find you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
So how does Mossad actually operate? This is where it gets fascinating. Mossad is believed to have fewer than 7,000 employees, tiny compared to the CIA's estimated 21,000. Yet it consistently punches above its weight class. How? 3 words: human intelligence networks. While the CIA and NSA pour billions into satellites and surveillance technology, Mossad's greatest asset has always been people. They cultivate a global network of sayanim, a Hebrew word meaning helpers. These are Jewish diaspora volunteers around the world who provide safe houses, local knowledge, cover identities, and logistical support, without necessarily knowing the full picture of what they're helping with. Mossad's core operational unit, the Caesarea Division, handles direct action missions, surveillance, sabotage, and targeted killings. Their Neviot unit specializes in breaking into embassies and secure facilities to plant listening devices. And then there's the recruitment of foreign assets, getting sources inside enemy governments. Perhaps their greatest coup was getting Egyptian President Anwar Sadat's military plans before the 1973 Yom Kippur War, though the intelligence tragically was dismissed by Israeli leadership until it was almost too late.
Chapter 4, Operation Wrath of God. In September 1972, Palestinian terrorists from the Black September organization took 11 Israeli athletes hostage at the Munich Olympics. The rescue operation failed. All 11 were killed. Israel's response was Operation Wrath of God. Over the next 2 decades, Mossad systematically hunted down every person involved in planning the Munich massacre. They tracked targets across Europe, Beirut, Rome, Paris, Cyprus, and eliminated them one by one. The operation wasn't clean. In the Norwegian town of Lillehammer in 1973, a team of Mossad agents killed the wrong man, a Moroccan waiter named Ahmed Bouchiki, who had no connection to Munich. It remains one of Mossad's darkest moments, and several agents were arrested by Norwegian police. But the campaign continued. Most of the Munich planners were eventually found and killed. The last one, Ali Hassan Salameh, in Beirut in 1979. Wrath of God became a blueprint and a warning for how Israel would respond to terrorism for generations to come.
Chapter 5: Stuxnet and the Iran nuclear program. Fast forward to the 21st century. The enemy had changed, the weapons had changed, but Mossad's mission hadn't. Iran was racing toward a nuclear weapon. Conventional airstrikes risked war. Sanctions were slow. So Israel, working alongside the United States, chose a third option: cyber warfare. Around 2010, a computer worm called Stuxnet was discovered inside Iran's uranium enrichment facility at Natanz. It was unlike anything ever seen before, a weapon made entirely of code, designed to physically destroy centrifuges by making them spin out of control, while reporting back normal readings to the operators. Stuxnet destroyed roughly 1,000 centrifuges and set Iran's nuclear program back by years, without a single missile fired, without a single casualty. It's widely believed Mossad played a central role in its development and deployment. The world had just witnessed the first true act of state-sponsored cyber warfare, and it was devastatingly effective.
Chapter 6: The Tehran Vault Heist. In 2018, Mossad did something that sounds like a movie plot, because it basically is one. Israeli intelligence agents broke into a warehouse in Tehran, the capital of Iran, and physically stole Iran's secret nuclear archive. We're talking 55,000 pages of documents and 183 CDs of data, proving Iran had lied for years about the true scope of its nuclear weapons program. They carried it out in a single night. Multiple agents, a foreign capital, under the nose of one of the most paranoid security states on Earth. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu unveiled the archive on live television weeks later. To this day, Iran has never publicly explained how it happened.
Mossad operates in the shadows, and that's exactly how they want it. For every operation we know about, there are dozens we'll never hear of. Some were brilliant, some were failures, some walk a razor-thin moral edge. But one thing is undeniable. In a world of intelligence agencies, Mossad remains in a category of its own. If you found this fascinating, drop a comment below with which Mossad operation you want us to cover next. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign.